So hello, Nadeem sir.
Hello, how are you today?
Yeah, good, good. So how's your experience in Bangalore?
It's been fantastic. I mean, this is an awesome organization with NEB Sports. I mean, we have been doing championships with them for about 4 years, I believe now, and this is the fourth championship they're putting together for us. And today's race is pretty amazing. The 100K World Championships is going really, really well, and we're about 2 hours in, and let's see what the next 4 to 6 hours is going to bring.
Yeah, I think the event started at 6:15, and it may continue till 6 p.m.
Yeah, it's about a 11 to 12 hour race is going to be open for that period of time. And yeah, you're absolutely right. It's only been about a couple of hours, but another approximately 10 hours to go for the rest of the crowd. However, we'll start seeing the first runners come in about 6:30-ish time frame.
I'm already I'm already short of breath seeing so many athletes running for their countries. So what's your take on India? How's India doing in this case?
India's doing very well. I mean, they have come on the international scene not too long time back, and they are making quite a few waves around in the ultra running world. I mean, they have made the podium last year here in India for the 50K World Championships, and they continue to perform very, very well. And I see them doing very well in the 24 hours. I'm excited to see how the 100K will shape up for India, but no, so far so good for them.
So what's your take? Who are your favorites in general? As you are an experienced guy in this field, who are your favorites for this event?
Being the president of IAU, I'll say is that every runner that toes the start line, and I'm cheering for everybody. It doesn't really matter which country they're running for, and just these athletes being here today, running for their own countries, everyone is a winner. So it's pretty exciting to see all of them run around the streets of this college in Bengaluru.
Yeah, it's a nice place. It's nice vegetation, nice green. Weather is good for the runners. But as a president, I really want to understand what's your vision.
Vision is to grow the sport. Vision is to develop and promote the sport. Vision is to go to places we haven't been before. And that is how we see a grassroots organic development and progression of the sport of ultra running. And that is what we continue want to see. And hence we have been coming to India quite a bit because we see a lot of potential. I mean, with over 1 billion population over here and the amount of time the ultra runners spend on social media as well, we get a really good coverage for our sport, and it's a growing economy for ultra running as well. So it's kind of interesting coming back to this country and putting a platform for the sport of ultra running in India as well.
Okay, so it's all about ultra running, but I also wanted to understand because we have a lot of athletes who are also doing trail running because IUE also part of trail running competition also. So what's your take on trail running competitions in India?
I mean, trails are huge. I mean, I know you have a lot of races, especially up north, and so trail is taking the world by storm as well. I mean, we are sit in partnership with the World Mountain Running Association and also with ITRA and World Athletics, and we are promoting trails across the globe on a global scale. And we have been hosting championships every other year with the World Mountain Trail Running Championships. So it's an exciting opportunity for us, and I've always said that if there's a sport in ultras that will make it to the Olympics, it's going to be trails. So it is cool to be part of that journey and see where it leads to in the future too. But I've seen the growth of trails a lot over the last 20 years, and it's gone to a place where it has become quite commercialized as well and bringing a lot of sponsors, which is good for the sport. And trails are amazing. I mean, it's great for footage, it's great to watch on TV, and it's quite an exciting sport. So absolutely, and I've followed the growth of trails here in India as well, and we get some really good Indian trail runners when we host these championships. So yeah, more to come on that.
And also, I really want to, if you can give a very positive message about all the upcoming athletes who have just started running, who are into marathons, who want to go into ultra marathon or trail running. What is your general message to them?
Start slow, start small, but make sure that you know what you're getting into, and it is not an impossible feat anymore. People after the marathon take a step back and go like, what is my next goal? And they come into the 50Ks and the ultra marathons. And so yeah, I mean, we are open for business. We will accept any runners that come down our pathway. And yeah, it's a really growing community, and it's a very family oriented community. So really looking forward to seeing a lot more runners come into the sport of ultra running, and some of them will even be representing their own respective nations in the future as well.
And one of our athletes, which we've been following, is Tenzing Dolma. She's from Himachal, and she's been running here. We did a podcast with her a few weeks back. So what's your take on females into ultra running and trail running? So what's your message to them?
Oh, it's great because now we are closing into the male-female gap in the number of participants in our championships, and I think We have had like about 70 to 80% females for 100% male runners, right? And so they are catching up pretty fast. And this is a sport which is very well ideally suited for women runners as well. And sometimes I see certain races where the female runners actually beat the male runners outright. So it's exciting. It's exciting to see that. It's exciting. It's great for the sport as well. And no, I mean. A lot more women runners, if they can join and compete in ultra running, that'll be great for all of us.
Thank you for this special message, and thank you for your time, sir. Sir, so what do you think? What are the chances of India today?
So we have a very good team, and we are hoping that at least 3 or 4 of our athletes will break the national record. The national record stands at about 7 hours and 4 minutes. Ultra running in India has been progressing really amazingly in the last few years. And this World Championship is a great opportunity for us to show to the world how much the Indians have come forward, progressed in ultra running. I'm hoping that our team will give its best ever performance in 100-kilometer World Championships ever. And that is the hope. We have 9 male and 3 female participating today. One of them fell sick, unfortunately, so only 8 made it to the start line. So 8 males. So all of them have put in countless hours of training into this. The planning for this and the training started more than a year back, and we have been giving them training schedules and plans, and I have been reaching out to each one of them individually every week to know how they are progressing, what their needs are, and so on. So we are really hopeful that this day will create history.
So generally, sir, in general, I want to just ask you that for the upbringing, youngsters who wants to venture into ultra running or trail running, what's your message to them?
My message is start running, so be active. So, and our children, when we are at a younger age, the tendency in India is to just say, go do study, go for academics. Sports or physical activity is seen only as a distraction. And that shouldn't be the case. There's so much to learn, there's so much science, there's so much math, there's so much to learn in running. So we should encourage our children from a very young age to pursue sports, physical activity regularly. They can't do ultra running at a very young age, it is only after they become adults. But the progressing stones would be the long distance running, as we say, or middle or long distance runnings. So up to about 10 years, they're going to do 5K and so on. And as they get older, in their teens, they get into 10Ks and half marathons. And by the time they turn adults, they get into marathons, and ultra marathons comes after that.
Okay, so it's a journey. You have to go step by step.
And you build the foundation at a very young age, and that foundation involves being active throughout.
And I think the crucial part of any upbringing teenager or anyone is the parents. Is there a message for the parents from your side?
Lead by example. It's never too late to get onto a journey of fitness and activity. And this can be a beautiful way of bonding as a family. If parents and children come out to parks, come out to green spaces like this, go for walks, jogs together, it can really set an example for the children, and children grow up to be active.
The future of the country all depends upon the youngsters, right? So we hope more and more participation comes so that coaches like you can train them for the international events like this, and India can prosper there.
That is our hope. We want more and more people to take up running and see it not just as recreation or physical activity, maybe even as a way as a career path as well. So we are hoping that it happens.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thanks a lot.
I think it's great to see, especially from an Indian context, that they're actually having the event. I'm happier because I'm from Bangalore and it's happening in Bangalore. But I think it's just great to see athletes from different parts of the world come together. And I've been going around speaking to them, and they've been excited. I think they're excited about doing it in here in GKVK as well. I think they didn't expect so much greenery as well. And I think it's the way the track's planned as well, has enough shade, enough. I think has a good balance. Even elevation's not so much, which is a big factor when you're doing 100 kilometers.
Yeah. So what's your take on India? India is looking very strong today.
Yeah. So I'm their sports scientist that works with him. I'm from Liverpool John Moores University in the UK, but I'm from Bangalore, and so Enerjiva, who is the nutrition partner for the Indian team, I kind of work with them. So we've been working with a couple of their athletes, Amar and Saurav, from the Ultra 24 race, which they won with the Asia Oceania region, to now we've had 4 months. I think we were able to get to the pace that we wanted to in terms of looking at even top 5. So I think we were able to do it at a 6-hour training session. But I think now you would probably, if we can translate to that, I think we are in a real good case to kind of make it top 5, especially considering now the sun comes out and it will favor us even more.
Yeah, I think India may be in a better place right now because as we are getting into the afternoon phase,
Yeah.
temperature will increase. Maybe
Yeah.
some of them there will be cramps, there may be some injuries, there may be some kind of problems.
Yeah.
So how do you think other teams will cope up with that?
I think that's a big factor to ultra itself, especially considering we have a lot of countries who are now having winter and come from cold regions, and when you turn up here, one of the big factors to performance is how your body copes up with the change in the heat. And normally what we call as heat adaptation is your plasma in your blood expands, which means your blood thickens, and so that increases your heart rate because the viscosity of blood changes. So now this rapid, and most of them have arrived yesterday, so if they've not turned up and trained here, it's going to take at least another 10 days for that to happen, and that can become a huge factor because now you're running at higher heart rates, you are utilizing different substrate when you're running, so if they've had a plan, they might have to throw it out of the window, especially it's going to get 29 degrees, I heard today. So yeah.
As you are a guy in numbers, I just wanted to ask, when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to overall training, planning, recovery,
Yeah.
what good numbers do you suggest to the team?
So with the team, what we do right now, especially when with Amar and Saurav, whom we've supported, I've done a lot of physiology work. We do gas exchange stuff at Ramaya because they have a lab there. We use their lab for assessment. What we can figure out is how much carb to fat ratios they're burning during. But normally, because I tested them for the race pace, I have a clear indication about 3.7 to which is what Amar burns grams per minute of carb, to maybe the lower end was 3.1 for Saurav. So I see we can actually be exact. So what we're trying to do is having like energy bar gels that they're using almost about 2 every hour, so which is about 40 grams there, but they also have some bananas and stuff. But as the race goes on, you'll start seeing digestion of this becomes a factor because blood flow to the gut changes. So this is a big factor to how you ingest these things. So we've made the race plan based on all of these things because we tested it before.
I think your job and the kind of data and the type of numbers you're talking, it's very interesting.
Yeah.
What was your education over, if anyone wants to get into this kind of a field?
I'm currently an exercise physiologist, but I'm an ex-professional cricketer. I'm a fast bowler who played professional cricket for Karnataka for a long time, but I had a lot of injuries. So I mainly did strength and conditioning and injury management for about 15 years, but all my answers to the deeper things I wanted so my master's was in exercise physiology, and that's where I've kind of moved to the UK and I'm doing. But it's mainly, I think if you want to be interested in this bit of it, is you got to be in an exercise physiologist domain. It really helps with it. But I think from a job perspective, that's not because you become more research, and I wanted to get into doing more research now. And I wanted a big part of the work that I do to go into it. And I use this because I do a lot of heat adaptations for rugby players and other things. I do some tough stuff of those kinds as well. But it's because those are the kind of athletes that walk in there where I am. So I'm hoping a lot of our work now can become the basis to what of the work most of the Indian runners, because we don't have enough data of Indian runners there. And we're making a lot of assumptions based on Caucasian populations, which is what we want to change. So we're trying to see if we can work with the IAU, get a lot of these guys to run same protocols when they go back, so we can have ultramarathon data, so that we can have a larger pool to make those decisions of how people use different substrates. Yeah.
Also, I think under IAU, I think trail running is also a part of it.
Yes.
So just want to understand, what's the difference when it comes to data-wise, ultra running and trail running?
So trail generally has a lot of unstable surfaces. It's a little, I always say that it's a different dynamics completely, because now you have ups and downs, a lot of elevations, unplanned elevations, and also unstable surfaces. You will see, if you see their heart rate data versus someone running on a treadmill, this can be done running on a treadmill might be closer because you have flatter surfaces, but you'll see larger spikes, which means that imagine there was higher elevations that you had to do, you'll probably see a larger carb intake at that point and it'll come down. So I see a larger complexity of injuries and things that we need to deal with. Ankle stabilities that comes into play because you're running on unstable surfaces, but I've actually enjoyed that more as a runner when I go and do, because I love running maybe beaches, mountains, but that's something I enjoy. But it's probably because of my sport background. I like that because I can't run on the roads much. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And what's your take on India's finish today? And who's your favorite?
I think Amar and Saurav has been the top two guys from the Indian team. but I think everyone's done their own plans as well. I've obviously tracked these two, and I know what numbers we'll get. But you never know on race day, sometimes things happen. I think we're still waiting on how Saurav's doing, but I think Amar's already in par, so I see a good performance coming there. I hope we can get Saurav also going, because I think they will be the top two runners. They were the top two runners with Ultra 24 as well, so I think we're looking forward to the same performance now.
And who's your favorite? Because you will be always comparing your numbers with the competition.
So I think there's Japan generally always has great runners, but I think they have run really fast really soon. But I think it was a strategy to beat the heat, so they've run really. But I think that now I think things will change, and I don't think it's always great to do really fast paces. But then they might have a different strategy where they might slow down, even maybe walk in between and recover and do slower pace. So they're doing. So it's very hard at this point. I think the 4th hour is where I think we'll start seeing some stability in the standings as well to kind of make a decision on. But I really think we'll finish top 5 at least. So but I'm hoping maybe number 1 as well. Yeah.
So you're predicting like maybe in the last leg the climax may be different.
Yes, especially with the heat. I think it's going to get about 29 degrees, so it will definitely be a big factor, because I don't think any one of them have turned up earlier on as well. So I met one person who came 3 days before. It's just not enough time for adaptation, especially if you're coming from the cold. I think that's a big factor. So yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Nice talking to you.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good.
How's the weather in Bangalore?
In the morning it's pretty good. But now it's getting hot.
How's your athlete performing?
Very well, very well.
I can see few of the Japanese contingent are way ahead in the race.
Yeah, we have maybe top 4 running in the leading group.
And how you're ensuring your athletes are well hydrated?
Yeah, it's difficult, but I think they are well hydrated. I think it's going okay.
So who do you think apart from Japan? What are your favorites? Other countries? What are your favorites?
India. India's very good. Happy to be here.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you today?
I'm good. How's Bangalore weather treating you?
Well, I'm Scottish, so this is a little bit hot for me, but it's really nice. It's lovely. It's nice to be here in the winter and have some sunshine. I'm not looking forward to going home on Sunday because that's going to be a bit of a shock.
And what's your take on overall performance from the Great Britain?
Oh, they're doing really well. They're doing amazing. They're working really hard. They're working together as a team as well. Everything's plain sailing just now. They're eating, they're drinking, they're smiling. But the next couple of laps, that's when it's going to get hard for them. So we just need to keep them cool, keep them hydrated, keep them positive. But yeah, they're all doing super well just now.
So I think this will continue till at least 6 p.m. India time. So how you're ensuring your team so that they are well hydrated?
Well, we think our guys should be finished about 2 or 3. But yeah, we're just, as soon as they come through, we're making sure they've got bottles, they've got electrolytes, they've got energy in their drinks. But as I said, yeah, it's gonna get hot, it's gonna get hard, they're gonna get tired, and we just need to keep on top of them and keep them positive.
So what's your take? Who's your favorite for this event?
For the win, obviously the GB guys, right?
Apart from GB.
I mean, the Japanese look really strong. They were the favourites coming into this. They look really strong. Your Indian team look amazing. They're so smiley as well. So yeah, I'm really rooting for India as well. It'd be nice for the home team to have a really strong finish.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
How's the weather in Bangalore?
A little bit warm for us, but we're from the Netherlands. When we left our country, it was snowing and it was very cold. So
Okay, so how's your athlete performing now?
the athletes, we have 4 women and 4 women, 4 men, 4 women, and so on. They are doing great. Some of them have, a little bit difficulties with the circumstances, because we are not used to the heat at this moment of the year.
And how you are ensuring your team is well hydrated?
Oh yeah, well we hand them over the drinks. They prepared it yesterday themselves, so and we handed over to them. And there's also water on the course on the track. They can take.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. So, sir, how's the weather here?
The weather is perfect, a little bit humid, but it's pretty similar than Spain. So we are happy to be here, and it's okay. It's the same weather for everybody, so I think it's a good competition.
So what do you think? What are the chances? How Spanish team is doing?
Spanish is doing is a very hard and very compact team, and they are trying not to win the race, but to make a good work in the team classification. So we are working hard in this race.
As a coaching team, as a support team for your athletes, how you are ensuring they are well hydrated for such a long event?
Okay, we prepare these races even in Spain several months ago, and we try to hydration. It's every round we try to drink a lot. We try to use some I don't know how to say salt and ionic, yeah. And it's very important because when the weather is so humid like now, you need to drink even you don't have you aren't thirsty. So it's very important for us, and we always remind them, okay, come on, drink a lot, eat a lot, because it's very, very important for them.
Thank you, sir. I think you have to be there for your team. So muchas gracias.
Okay.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Pretty good.
How's weather treating you?
The weather? It's a little humid, but at least I'm not running, so I was feeling a little tired earlier, but my son's running, so he's the one that's suffering. Yeah.
Actually, after seeing so many athletes, I'm also short of breath. But anyways, how you're ensuring your team, your athletes are well hydrated?
My son's got a plan. He's been running for, he's 33, ran in college and got an ultra. So he's got a specific plan with drinks and a gel and the ones that he likes for every lap. And then he's got like a ice pack that he puts on. So between those two, and then sometimes he'll come through and say, no gel this time, because those things, after you eat 20 of them, really do a number on your stomach. But that's his plan, and he tests it out when he trains, so he knows how much he can drink every 5K.
Okay. And I think it's a big team I can see from the United States, right? It's a big
Yeah.
contingent this time.
We have 6 women and 6 men, which I think is the maximum.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're good.
How's the weather here in Bangalore?
Oh, fantastic weather. I come from Germany, and Germany is frozen cold. Now we come to Bangalore, and it's super weather. I sit in the sun and enjoy it, yes.
How's your athlete coping up with the overall weather here?
Yeah, it's a problem, a little bit problem. No? Athletes, we said we come from Germany, it's so cold, and so they have to work with this weather. No? We drink much and so hot, and I think after 50 kilometers there are many people that get much problems. No? It's a difficult weather to run. Yeah.
As still a lot of races yet to be done, how you are ensuring your athletes are well hydrated?
Yeah, yesterday, the day before, we drink not too much. Too much is not good, and not too low is all not good. And so in the morning, yeah, it's hard. No? Now we improvise, no? A little bit ice, caps in the water, and so really look, they have to fight. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. So, sir, how's the weather here?
It's very hot. We come from Ireland, so we're not used to this kind of conditions. So this is really, really hot for us. We're more used to rain, bit of wind, and much cooler conditions.
So how's your overall athletes are doing as per the conditions here?
Our athletes are doing quite well, but it's early in the race, so it's hard to tell how anyone is really doing until it gets beyond 50 kilometres. I've noticed now a lot of athletes are sweating a lot, their clothes are very wet, so I would expect to see a lot of runners slowing down as the race progresses.
So as a support team, as a coaching team, how you're ensuring your athletes are well hydrated?
But we're giving the athlete, we're offering them drinks and ice on every lap. We're not waiting on them to tell us what they need. We're giving them what we think they need rather than what they just want. So we're ensuring that they have ice on each lap to cool themselves down.
Okay, thank you, sir. And how's the Swedish team is looking? How they are competing right now?
Really, really well. They are all doing well, both the women and the men. So we are very happy. But it's getting hot right now. Yep.
Yeah, because I think now we are getting into the afternoon phase. The temperature will be high. How you are ensuring your athletes are well hydrated?
Well, they drink every lap and they get ice to cool down with. So we hope that will be enough.
I think team plays a very big part here to support them, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you, ma'am. All the best. Your experience in India, in Bangalore.
In Bangalore. Okay, experience is nice. I was in India last year also in Hyderabad when was 50K World Championship. I like India. It's a nice weather, particularly for us from Europe. Today is snowing in Croatia, so it's fine here. It's not fine for the racers, but the race will be tougher because this weather. Only the best one will win the race.
So, what's your chances? How's the Croatian team looking here?
Our chances in this race are not so for the podium, but I think our female team can be sixth overall at the finish. We have one good girl. Maybe she will be in top 10, and that's our limit.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time and all the best.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಮೋನಿಕಾ Good? I'm good, thank you. It's our Polish team here, supporters here.
How's your athlete performing now?
Feel quite good. We are four men and 3 women taking part. So one of them, it's really he just ran there. He's very fast. He's one of the best, and soon will be another running. So yeah, they're good, and I think they're making really good. Yes, although the weather is quite hot, the sun and different temperature and the humidity, but I think they will be really good coming. Sorry, I'm just looking there because I need to go there soon. Okay?
No issues. For 100 kilometers, it's a long race. How your team is ensuring your athletes stay hydrated?
We keep them, like, we are support here, so we have all the like isotonics, some salty water and some jelly isotonics. I don't know this kind of stuff because it's my first time here on any kind of run. So, but we keep them, like every loop they do, we just give them some, support with water or anything they need. Yes.
Thank you for. How's the weather here?
The weather is very good now, but maybe after 2 hours the temperature 27, it's hard to the racer.
How you are ensuring your athletes are well hydrated?
Inshallah, it's very good. Inshallah. It's good. Very nice country, very nice people, very good hospitality. We have a rest here in Bengaluru. I am the first time here. I'm surprised for everything here. We wanna to thanks all the people, all the organizer here to give us everything, hospitality, very beautiful people, very beautiful country.
Absolutely, and thank you for doing what you're doing and promoting the sport across the country, and really looking forward to hearing your podcast in the future.
Thank you. Thank you.